Hey everyone, welcome to another walkthrough video of Excel Wonders. We're going to look at a tool called Bubble Chart Template. It allows you, as the name suggests, to create bubble charts. You have two types here. You have a regular one, and then we have one with motion that allows you to visualize the evolution of the bubbles over time. I'll show you in a second. Let's start with the regular. When you enter this page, you should see the bubble chart, and then right below, you should see a table. In this table, you can add the values and the fields for the bubbles that you're going to see in the chart itself. In this table, you have 4 columns, as you can see, actually 5 when you add the label as well. But I want to draw your attention to these last 4 columns. In here, the first one is condition, which I'll explain you in a second. Then you have the x-axis, the y-axis, and the bubble size, which represent the different dimensions of the bubble chart. Now, each of these columns are editable, so you can actually change the headings of each of them. You go in settings, and here it is. These are the 4 columns, and you can change them. If I can change, for example, from status out of status 22, I go back to regular, and here it shows me status 22. I'll go back, change it. The other thing you can do is to format the numbers for each of the 3 columns as you want. You have percentage or numbers with 1 decimal or 0 decimals. Now, what is the status, the condition table here, which I named status? It allows you to visualize the bubbles in different colors. Right now, that setting is not activated. If I go in settings, it asks here, do you want to enable conditional coloring? I have as no. But if I have as yes, then it allows me to choose from 3 different values and then define each value to a specific color. So for example, right now, green is marked as completed, yellow as in progress, and red as non-started. If I go back to the chart, it allows me to visualize exactly that in the chart. Now, if I, for example, change Florida, let's say Florida here, which is in green, and I change it to non-started, it's going to show me as red. If you see any problems in the chart updating, you can simply click here and update chart. In this table, you can add a new row, which is this, and you can add any values to that row. You can order it, although this is more for aesthetic reasons, or you can delete, like this. The other setting that I want to show you is how you want the different axes to be displayed in the chart. They can either be automatically defined, which then Excel will, as the name suggests, will define automatically the axis for X and Y, or you can select the maximum and minimum. For example, if I click here, automatically define, and I go back to my chart, you see it automatically defines the axis here for X and for Y. But if I change here, let's say manually selected, and I want to see from 0 to 0.5, and then the Y from 0 to 0.25, I go back to regular, and here it is. It cuts the chart because there's values that exceed those numbers that I added, but it shows the y-axis as 0.25 and the x as 0.5. Now, let's go to motion. Motion, it works exactly as I showed you before. The only main difference is that you have here 3 tabs that you can add different values for. So this is normally for the purpose of displaying the evolution over time, and so you have 3 time frames that you can add values to. For example, I added for 2022, 23, and 24. You can go here in settings, scroll down, and you can change the different inputs as the timings that you want. You can put quarters, months, days, whatever you want. So I go back to the chart. If I click on any of these, the values will change as well as the chart above. And so if I, for example, go into 2023 and I make a change here, let's say from 15 in Washington to, let's say, 19, the chart updates, and if not, I can click update chart. And if I go back to 22, in Washington, it shows the value that was displaying before. But if I go back to 2023, now it shows me the previous one that I just changed. And 24 works exactly the same way. Now, the cool thing about this is if you want to visualize the evolution in an animated chart, you can start with by clicking on the first tab and then pressing here to start. You will see the evolution, the chart changing. Did you see? So what it does is that every 3 seconds, it changes the chart. I'll show you again. So every 3 seconds, it shows from one tab to the other to the other. And you have here this button, which is to start. You can also pause if you want, or you can restart from the beginning. Now, I said it was 3 seconds, but what if you want more than 3 seconds? You can simply go here and change from 3 seconds to something else. You can put 5 seconds, for example. Also, at the end, you can choose whether to show a completion pop-up or not. Right now is in yes, you can put it as no. And that's pretty much it. That's how the bubble chart Excel file works. Hope you enjoy it.